What's going on? Germs here, back with another review. Today we've got a Mongolian Army 24-hour ration. I'm super excited for this one, so stick around. We'll get this thing cracked open and we'll see what we got. Alright, so this big dog's a Mongolian Army 24-hour combat ration. This is going to be menu number 1. I've been kind of sitting on this ration because it's so freaking cool, but I thought, hey, it's time. Let's get her done. All right, let's get into this. All right, so this is a pretty fresh ration. This was packed on April 12th of 2024. Looks like it expires April 12th of 2025. So this is actually in date. It's got this cool little carry handle on it. All right, so this is a big ration. This weighs in at 4 pounds, 13 ounces, which is about 2.2 kilograms. And this thing's gonna pack just over 4,500 calories. So let's open it up. Let's see what we got. All right, so we have the menu list, and it lists all the ingredients for everything that's in here. And one thing I noticed when I translated this, a couple of these dishes have horse meat in it, so I'm excited. I can't wait to try this. So they break it down into 3 meals. You got your breakfast, number 1, lunch, number 2, dinner, number 3, and an accessory packet, number 4. All right, first things first, let's open up our accessory packet, and it looks like it's already been opened. So I don't know if I'm missing anything, but I'm not real happy about that. All right, let's open this. All right, we got 3 napkins here. We have a toothpick, water purification tablet, got a spoon and a fork. That's nice. And we've got some bung fluff. A generous amount of bung fluff. So let's start with breakfast. All right, so we have some sea buckthorn juice concentrate. I'm excited for this. Never had anything like it, so I'm very excited. Got some buttercream, some plum jam, and this is going to be some Mongolian milk tea. I'm excited for this. Got 2 packs of crackers, big pack of sugar. We've got some pate, which I believe is going to be beef and lamb liver. All right, and this is going to be our beef with horse and rice with onions. Got a little hard candy, which I believe is going to be strawberry, and a Mentos chewing gum. All right, that's what you get in the breakfast menu of the Mongolian Army 24-hour combat ration, menu number 1. Let's slap this down and dig in. Perfect. So I watched Readiness Rations review of this same exact menu, and it came with an Esbit stove. This one did not. I'm sure that was in the accessory packet, but as you could see, the accessory packet was open, so I'm gonna have to use the stove. All right, so let's get this main opened up and let's get it heated up. So yeah, this smells really good. It smells a little different because I think maybe because of the horse meat, but there is beef and horse meat in this. Looks like there's some carrots, some rice, some onion. I'm excited. Let's get it out into the mess kit and then we can get it heated up. Turn that down on low. This spoon is very chintzy. That is a lot of food right there. That is a huge portion. All right, I got that on very, very low. So let's go back over there and let's make some drinks. Let's make this tea first. You can't really see that very well, but it says 170 mils of hot water. So let's get this made. And so you get this butter, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some of this butter actually in this drink. I feel like that's what you're supposed to do, but I'm also gonna take a little bit of this butter and put it in that dish that's heating up. Pretty much melted to nothing. Smells fine. Now let's go put the rest of this in that dish. This is smelling really good. All right, let's set him back over here. Let's make this sea buckthorn juice. Very fragrant. Definitely has a distinct smell to it. Let's add our 250 mils of water. And we'll give that a stir. Don't need to stir that so much. It's kind of nice. Not going to use this sugar. I don't think you're supposed to put sugar in that milk tea, so I'm not going to use it. Let's open up these crackers. They smell pretty good. Let's get this pate open. I'm not that excited about it, to be honest, because there's lamb in it, and I'm not the biggest fan of lamb. It's kind of hit or miss with me, but does not look the greatest. There's a bunch of white stuff on there. I think that's just fat, but it smells fine. It smells just fine. So we'll give it a shot. Got to call in the heavy artillery, the Tracy Phillips spoon fork combo. Got to scrape this. Yeah, I think this is done. I think we're going to pull it. All right, let's get this out. I want those burnt bits. I got an idea. Do a little deglazing. And let's get that in here. That's goodness right there. All right, looking great. First thing, let's try this pate. Let's get that out of the way. I just have a bad feeling about it. Spoon split in half. Ooh, very buttery, very creamy. Normally I like pate. I didn't like that there's lamb in it, but we'll see. We'll try it on its own first. So it's not mild, but it's not super strong. You can definitely taste the lamb liver, but it's actually pretty pleasant. I'm actually really enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to the rest. Let's try it on a cracker. There it is. Those are nice looking crackers. Those are good crackers. They're a little bit on the sweet side. I was not expecting that. I wish they were more of a salty cracker to go with that pate, but it's not bad. I'll tell you what, this pate is super, super smooth, silky, very flavorful. It's got enough salt in it, but not too much. This is great pate. I love this stuff. The sweetness of this cracker, it gets lost with that pate. Can't even really tell. You're definitely not going to like this pate if you don't like liver. You can definitely tell it's liver. It's got that metallic zing to it, but it's not bad. It's not super strong. It's just right. All right, let's go in for some of this beef and horse with rice. This smells really good. That is good. That is excellent. I love the rice. It's cooked perfectly. I thought by frying it, it was going to be kind of dry, but it's excellent. Get a chunk of meat on there. Not sure if that's beef or horse, but whatever it is, this is fantastic. I just got a little burnt bit in with that bite. Oh, so fantastic. It's right up my alley. This is like comfort food right here. Meaty, starchy, and delicious. The meat in there is super tender. Whether it's horse, whether it's beef, I don't know, but it's excellent. I have no issues with this at all. It's great. Frying it in that mess kit was the best thing I could have done. I thought about boiling it, but I would have never gotten those nice crispy bits of rice and beef in there. That was the way to do it. Last bite. Let's try out this sea buckthorn drink. Kind of tart, not very sweet. I think I'm going to add a little sugar to this. I think it needs a little sugar. Let's give that a shot. That helped. Set him back over there. Let's try out this milk tea. That's strange. Very salty, very buttery because I put some butter in there, but even without the butter, I think there'd be some creaminess to it. Very strange, but I think it could grow on me. Definitely interesting. You would not want to add sugar to that. No way. It's too salty. I think it's good just like it is. All right, I gotta try and finish this pate. I am stuffed, so I don't know about this. I am stuffed. I don't know about this, but I'm gonna give it a shot anyways. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I can't finish it. I am gonna save it. I'm gonna put it in the fridge and I will eat it, but I just can't finish it right now. That's a lot of food right there. And I want to try this jam. You don't get much. There it is. Yeah, that's very good jam. Kind of runny, but it's very good. Let's try out this strawberry candy. There it is. That does not taste like strawberry. I'm not sure what that is, but sure looks like strawberries on the package to me, but kind of does not taste like strawberries. It's good. It doesn't taste like strawberry. Let's try out this Mentos gum. That's a menthol gum. It's pretty good though. It'd actually be really good to have if you had a cold and you were stuck in a trench and needed to open up your airway. That'd be just the right thing. All right, well, there you have it. That was the breakfast menu of this Mongolian Army 24-hour ration. I have no complaints with this. It was fantastic. That main was so good, so flavorful. That dish was right up my alley. Comfort food, 100%. Would be a huge morale boost. The pate I was also nervous about because it had lamb liver in it, but no complaints with that. It was so silky and smooth and just very flavorful. Just enough liver flavor, not too strong. The only complaint I would have is these crackers didn't really mesh well with that liver pate. But really, the sweetness of those crackers, it got lost. Once you started eating the pate on the crackers, just kind of got lost. So all in all, excellent breakfast. So I'm going to get this all cleaned up. I'm going to save this stuff for maybe a snack or maybe for the next meal. And I'll see you back probably tomorrow night for lunch. All right, so we're back and it's lunchtime. I'm ready to eat. So let's get this thing cracked open. Let's see what we got. We got 2 more packs of these crackers. We've got what translates to sausage snacks. This is going to be beef, goat, and pork. Got another seed buckthorn juice. Got another milk tea. Another pack of sugar. Got some black pepper. Got another hard candy. This one has strawberries on the picture, but I'm not trusting that after the breakfast hard candy. Didn't taste like strawberries. Got another Mentos gum. And then we have what translates into beef and brown rice. All right, well, that's what you get in the lunch menu of this Mongolian Army 24-hour ration menu number 1. After how good that breakfast was, I'm super excited to dig into this. So let's slap this down and dig in. Perfect. All right, first things first, let's open up this main. All right, so that does not look like brown rice. I think that's actually buckwheat. This smells very, very good, very beefy, smells very savory, smells like it's right up my alley. Let's get this out into the mess kit. Not really liking the looks of the bottom of that. I'm not sure you can really see that very well on the video, but there's definitely some stratification there. It's more pink towards the top, and then it's a lot darker towards the bottom. It smells fine, but I'm not really liking the looks of that. So I think what's going on here is all the meat is up at the top. It's like they put the buckwheat in first, and that's why it's brown. I don't see any meat on the bottom. So I actually think it's fine. It's a different color just because all that buckwheat's at the bottom. And it's basically less than a year old. So I think it's just fine. I'm going to cook it and I'm going to eat it. So let's get that heating up over on that stove. Going to turn it down really low. Starting to cook right away. As I chopped that up in the pan, I could really tell that all the buckwheat was at the bottom, the meat was up top, so I'm really not worried about that brown color to the bottom. I'm good with it. It's going to be fine. It smells good already cooking. All right, I'm going to make some drinks, but I'm going to spare you the making of the drinks. I'm going to do it real quick. Let's get our crackers out. All right, let's get this sausage pate or whatever it is opened. There it is. Smells like pate. Smells good. Since we don't have jam, let's use last night's liver pate. First, let's try out this sausage. There it is. Kind of looks like bologna, a slice of bologna. That's different. I can tell there's goat in there. I've never had goat, but it's not bad. It's different. So on its own, when I swallowed, I could get some of that gaminess from the goat, I think. With that cracker being a little bit sweeter, it kind of cut that right out of the equation. That's a great combo. The subtle sweetness of these biscuits really pairs well with that sausage pate, or whatever it's called. I'm digging that. Got to try some more of this liver pate. Been in the fridge overnight, so it's a little cold. This stuff is really good. Let's see how this is paired with that liver pate. Now that is good. That is a good combo. The liver pate, take a drink of that milk tea. It's nice and salty. That is a great combo. Yeah, this is great. Take a bite of this and a drink of this. It's like the opposite of coffee with something sweet. It's the total opposite, but it works. It's so good. All right, so let's try the sausage pate on a cracker with that milk tea. Bite of that. And a drink of this. That's fantastic. That's what you're supposed to do. That would especially be good on a nice cold day. That nice hot drink mixed with these pates. It's perfect. This sausage stuff is growing on me. And you know, the liver pate is cold. And I don't really like it cold, but taking a drink of that hot drink, that hot milk tea after eating this, it's wonderful. Let's finish up this liver. I think I'm going to save the rest of this for the dinner. Definitely need a drink now. That sea buckthorn drink is not my favorite, but adding that whole packet of sugar helped big time. All right, I think the beef and buckwheat is done, so let's grab it. There it is. Let's get that out. All right, so there is no horse meat in this. It's just beef. It smells really good. It smells kind of basic. There's not much there. It's just beef and looks like buckwheat. So let's give it a shot. There it is. It's not bad. It's very bland, actually. You just get a lot of that buckwheat. Not much seasoning to that at all, as opposed to the breakfast dish. There was actually quite a bit of seasoning, at least salt anyways. There is pepper, so let's put some pepper on it. It's a lot of pepper, so I'm probably not going to use it all. Save some for the dinner. I have a feeling this is going to help tremendously. It needs some salt, for sure. But I know a way we can kind of solve that issue. There it is. Pepper definitely helped. Salt will be great, but we got a solution. Bite of this, drink of this. Again, that works. That milk tea is very salty, so what the heck? That needs salt. That has salt. Works. There's some nice crispy little burnt bits in there. Yummy. Let's try some of this on a cracker. Why not? Not bad. Last bite. Last drink. Let's try out this hard candy. Interested to see if it tastes like strawberry because the other one didn't. At least this one's pink. Now this one's strawberry. Save this for tomorrow. All right, so that was lunch. That was a pretty good lunch. I'd have to say the main and the breakfast was better, but this one was not bad at all. It's very, very filling. I am absolutely stuffed. But the main was a little more bland, a lot less flavor. The black pepper definitely helped. That sausage pate, very good. Never had goat before, so a little excited that I got to try that. I think the biggest surprise out of this meal for me was realizing that mixing the milk tea with your food, that savory and salty, was excellent. That's what you're supposed to do, I think. So I'm going to get this all cleaned up, and most likely I'll see you tomorrow for dinner. All right, so I've had a busy week this week, so it's a couple days later, but it's dinner time. So let's finish this up. All right, so we've got another milk tea, 2 more packs of crackers, and yet another sea buckthorn juice. Oh, nice. We've got a golden goby chocolate bar. Nice. Another pack of white sugar. All right, we've got some beef in triangle rice. We've got some more plum jam. We've got some more buttercream. We've got the same hard candy we had at breakfast, which I'm not sure what flavor it is. I couldn't tell. And we've got another Mentos gum. All right, so I translated this, and I also translated the breakfast menu. This does not say there's horse meat in it, and neither did the breakfast menu. However, the leaflet that came with this for these menus said beef and horse meat. So I'm starting to question whether there's actually horse meat in this or not. Who knows? All right, so that's what you get in the dinner menu of this Mongolian Army combat ration, menu number 1. This ration has been excellent so far, so I'm excited for dinner. So let's slap this down and dig in. Perfect. All right, let's get this beef with triangle rice opened up. If you know what triangle rice is, let me know in the comments. I have no freaking clue. There it is. Smells pretty much the same as the lunch did. So let's get it out into the mess kit and let's get it heating up. Turn that down real low. All right, so this buttercream, I'm just going to put the whole thing right in with the beef and triangle rice. I don't think it added too much to the milk tea, so let's put that in there. I think it'll add much more to this dish than the milk tea. All right, let's make some drinks. I'm going to make it quick, just like lunch. And I don't think I mentioned this in the lunch or the breakfast, but I think that's barley that's in there, maybe? Or buckwheat? Not really sure, but there's some sort of grain in that. Whatever it is, it's good. Get these crackers open quickly. Let's get our golden goby chocolate bar out. That looks pretty good. Let's get our plum jam opened. We already had this, so we really don't need to talk about it too much. So dinner's the lightest meal of this ration, which it probably should be. There's no pate in the dinner, but we've got the leftover sausage pate from the other night. So let's eat that. This stuff is really good. And just like the other night, we're going to eat that with this. So good. I love this pate. The liver pate that was cold wasn't the greatest, but this cold is actually really good. I said the other night this sausage pate looks like bologna, and it really does now that it's cold. I think I prefer that pate cold. It's awesome. If you don't like liver pate, you'd probably like this. This is very, very good. All right, last bite of this sausage pate. Excellent stuff. All right, might as well eat this plum jam. Very runny, but it's really good. All right, I think our main's done. Let's go grab it. Let's get that out. I already know it's going to need pepper, so I'm just going to put it on it right now. Let's get that mixed in. It smells delicious. It smells really, really good. Let's go in for a bite. There's all kinds of nice crispy bits right in there. Smells good. I'm looking forward to this. All right, so my first impression is it tastes a lot like the breakfast as far as the meat goes, and it is different than the lunch, and the lunch was straight up beef. There's definitely something different about the breakfast and the dinner, so maybe there is horse meat in it. I really don't know. Whatever it is, it's really good. We're going to do this again too. That's a good combo. Just like the lunch, this needs salt. That adds the salt. Excellent. Nice crispy bits right there. Take a swig of this. Again, this is right up my alley. Meat and carbs. Let's try it on a cracker. Again, it's all right, but I prefer it on its own. The subtle sweetness of the crackers just doesn't go with this. But I am going to scrape out just a little bit more of this and just see how this might be in that dish. Little sweet and savory in there. That actually works. Now I'm kind of upset. I should have saved some of that plum jam for this. That was good. Oh well. Got a big chunk of meat right there. I don't know if you can see it, but big chunk of meat. Last bite. Last drink of this. Need a drink of this. Not my favorite. Wouldn't complain. It's refreshing and it quenches your thirst, but it's just not my favorite. Let's try our golden goby chocolate. Looks good. I think there's almonds in there. Little tiny slivers of almonds. That's good chocolate. Very good chocolate. It's a milk chocolate and it's very flavorful, very smooth, very creamy. That's very good. I'm going to try it with one of these. Now that is good. That is a great combo. That chocolate pairs with those crackers perfectly. It's so good. This is excellent. Not going to mess with this, but I will eat it. Not going to mess with the gum. You've seen it. I'll finish up these crackers. You've seen those too. All right, well, there you have it. That was the dinner menu of the Mongolian Army 24-hour combat ration, menu number 1. Kind of like the lunch, it was a little bit bland. The pepper definitely helped. Had a little more flavor than the lunch, so I didn't really need that milk tea. Glad I saved that sausage pate because that stuff is excellent. All in all, my kind of meal. Meaty, starchy, got some sweet with the jelly, got some chocolate. The chocolate went with the crackers perfectly. I'm not going to recap the breakfast and lunch because we already did it. So all in all, this was a great ration, great experience. I'm really glad that I did it. All 3 meals were right up my alley. I was surprised by both pates. One had lamb, one had goat. Wasn't sure I was going to like either one of them, but they were excellent. So I'd have to put this into the top tier, probably the lower top tier. It was very good, but they were all kind of the same. All the dishes were kind of the same. They were all very good, but just not much variety of the meals. Would I complain if I were a Mongolian soldier? Hell no. They're eating good. So I really don't have any complaints with this ration. This was a good ration. So if you stuck with me through this Mongolian journey, I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate you watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you like my content, make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you do subscribe, make sure you click that notification bell so you're notified when I post new content. So again, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll be back soon with another review. Later. All right, so this big dog is a Mongolian Army. Oh, fuck, I can't hardly see it. That's fine. I didn't want to use that anyways. Boy, you don't want to open, do you, you fuck? That's good stuff, man. Damn. And I'm making a fucking mess. This looks like... Oh. Oh. Getting so full.